Welcome. I'm your host, Eddie Muller. You have ventured into Noir Alley, and you may as well settle in and relax because this week you are trapped. But don't worry, it's only temporary, about 78 minutes, which is the running time of this week's film, Trapped, made by Eagle Lion in 1949. It stars Lloyd Bridges, John Hoyt, and 21-year-old starlet Barbara Payton, whose appearance in this film led to her being named one of Hollywood's baby stars most likely to succeed. A pertinent question might have been, succeed at what? If it was ruining your career and life with scandalous behavior, then yes, Payton was an unqualified success. More on that later. Trapped was on the Film Noir Foundation's radar for many years because I wanted to restore it, as it was one of the only early films by director Richard Fleischer that was unavailable in any decent version. Most of Fleischer's early work was for the B unit at RKO, but for this picture he was loaned to Eagle Lion, an outfit created in 1946 by British film magnate J. Arthur Rank, specifically to distribute British movies in the United States. Rank acquired Poverty Row studio PRC, which was notable for producing in 1945 the noir classic Detour, which we showed last month. Rechristened Eagle Lion Pictures, the revamped company made inexpensive B movies to fill out double bills below the tonier British imports. Head of production at the new company was Brian Foy, who began his show business career as one of vaudeville's Seven Little Foys, a singing, dancing, and clowning around family act that was popular in the early part of the 20th century. Although Foy admitted he had no talent beyond being the tallest one, he made comedy shorts for Mack Sennett, produced the movie series Hysterical Histories through his own company, and in the late 1920s, Warner's hired him to produce more than 400 Vitaphone varieties, which synced recorded discs with silent movies. Foy found his real niche in the 1930s, running the B unit at Warner's, where his talent for producing punchy programmers on paltry budgets earned him the nickname Keeper of the Bees. Dalton Trumbo, who wrote his first scripts for Warner's, credited Foy with teaching him how to write a movie. When he was installed as head of production at Eagle Lion, Foy enjoyed virtual autonomy, and he formed an alliance with an unlikely collaborator, Chicago mobster Johnny Rosselli. Handsome Johnny was a mob scout who greased the skids for racketeers looking to control the industry's labor unions. The mob extorted money from studios to guarantee the workers would never go on strike. In between all the covert graft and corruption, Rosselli wanted to make movies, and Brian Foy had no problem collaborating with a guy who wielded real influence. And from this partnership, three classic noirs emerged: T-Men, He Walked by Night, and Canyon City. I trust you can relish the irony. Movies extolling the diligence of America's law enforcement agencies being produced and financed by one of the nation's flashiest gangsters. I'm not sure if Rosselli had direct involvement in Trapped, but the film is clearly modeled on Eagle Lion's 1947 sleeper hit T-Men, as it revolves around federal agents trying to bust up a counterfeiting ring. Here the action is set in Los Angeles, and Fleischer and cameraman Guy Rowe stage great scenes in parts of the city now long gone, like the car barn of the once sprawling Pacific Electric Railway, known to older Angelenos as the Red Cars. Check out the 1988 film Who Framed Roger Rabbit to learn about the fate of a once highly efficient transportation system. The star of the show, Lloyd Bridges, was making a mark in Hollywood as a beady-eyed, sneering heavy, kind of a B-movie version of Dan Duryea, only meaner and more sadistic. His stock in trade was a brash cockiness, which is on full display here. His foil is John Hoyt, enjoying one of his biggest roles to date. Hoyt's distinctive face usually typecast him as suave, sophisticated villains, and this movie is no different, until it takes a surprising twist. The low budget keeps the script from trying too much, but some good change-ups get thrown in by co-writers Earl Felton, Fleischer's favorite collaborator, and George Zuckerman, getting his first screenplay credit. He'd go on to write a couple of excellent noirs, Border Incident and 99 River Street. I think of this film as To Live and Die in L.A. circa 1949. Like William Friedkin's 1985 neo-noir, it features a Southern California counterfeiting racket, a dangerous and charismatic heavy, an undercover agent in peril, and the totally unexpected demise of a major character. No soundtrack by Wang Chung, however. So, for the next 79 minutes, I don't think you'll mind being trapped.